1 online at kjfmradio.com and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the diamond for high school softball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good afternoon and welcome to Bowling Green High School. Mark Fronick, Jim Ross here in the broadcast booth getting ready for senior night, pink out night, and a conference matchup between the Bowling Green LadyCats and the Clopton Hawks here this afternoon, and should be a fun one. Always fun when Bowling Green and Clopton get together.
Yeah, perfect night for softball, and both teams have been playing well as of late, so we expect a good one.
We got softball, afternoon hockey, which the Blues have not woken up yet midway through that game. But a whole lot to stimulate you this time of year. And just looking around the ballpark, a new sign, a new LadyCats softball sign in center field. I saw the –
which was needed.
Yeah, I saw it flapping around last time we were here with the Bobcats, not last Friday, but the Friday before. So it's nice. They got that updated and secured back down before the next remnants of a hurricane make it up this way.
Right. We'll hope that stays away from us, and we think about the folks in Florida. Hope they find a safe spot.
Yeah, just talking off air. We know a lot of people down in the path of this one.
That doesn't look good, does it?
Stay safe. All my friends, well, they're hunkering down, so probably not the smartest. Yeah, but thinking about them and thinking about softball. We'll talk about this matchup, Clopton and Bowling Green, after this as we start the pregame show on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Geeky Hillbilly, Twin Pike Family YMCA, and Ackles Farm Market.
The Eagle 102 Sports pregame show is coming up on KJFM Radio.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, sirloin steaks, fillets, stew meat, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. While there, stock up on homegrown fruits and vegetables as well. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 Sports pregame show on KJFM Radio.
Back at Bowling Green High School, it's the LadyCats and the Clopton Hawks here from Bowling Green High School for pink out night. It's senior night for Bowling Green, who come into this ball game with a record of 10-10, and coming off a successful week last week, going 3-1 since the calendar switched to October.
Yeah, they lost a tough ball game, or actually I should say they won a tough ball game against Warrenton on Monday night. Won 3 of their last 4, and going in the right direction. We had them early, and they didn't look like the Bowling Green teams that we're normally used to seeing. And I think we mentioned during that broadcast, give them till the end of the year and they'll start to come around. And they play a beefed-up schedule, far more challenging than anybody else in the MO Conference, except for maybe Ellsbury. And they've still got some tough non-conference games to go yet. But as of late, as I said, they've been playing better, and they're in a district that's winnable. I mean, they go to Winfield. Winfield's the top seed, or will be the top seed, but Winfield lost to Ellsbury last night. So it's a district that Bowling Green can really get their act together. They might still be able to make some noise in the postseason.
And for Clopton, they had a 4-game losing streak before catching fire in the semifinals of the Bulldog Invitational at Louisiana. Now they've won 3 of their last 4, but are coming off a 1-0 8-inning loss against Wright City.
Yeah, that was a very good ball game, and Wright City has the ability to do that from time to time, play very well, and they did in that game against Clopton, so a tough loss in 8 innings. But, again, they're in a district at community. Paris will be the top seed. Paris is ranked, I think, maybe 1 or 2 in the state right now, so might be kind of challenging for the Lady Hawks, but at 9-10 on the season and winning 3 of their last 4, everybody wants to be going in the right direction come district time. And so tonight's game will help one of these teams continue that trend.
And there's so much parity. Everyone has kind of come back to the middle this season,
it's been a
at
crazy
least around
season,
this area.
I mean, everybody's beating everybody, and they'll beat somebody and turn around and get 10 run by them the next time they play them. I mean, it's been topsy turvy. I don't even know how to explain it because
fun.
It's been fun. I don't think you can tell me if you agree or not, but I don't think there's the dominant pitching that we've seen in the past from some of the top teams. There's good pitching.
Yeah.
But there's not dominant pitching that can really make your team go on one of those 10-game runs where you just beat everybody. And so to me, that may be the difference. And the other thing you see in games a lot, there are a lot of errors, a lot of mistakes being made this year. And some teams are young, and so that explains some of it. But if they can just clean up their defense and the pitchers can throw strikes, it'll give them a chance to go on in the postseason.
Speaking of, it's now 3-0 Seattle Kraken leading the Blues.
I think you can turn it off
in
now.
The second period of that ball game. Maybe this year's Blues are a third period team. Who knows?
Yeah, and maybe they're just like they were last year.
Or the year before, yeah, definitely. The umpires have arrived. We'll take a break, come back. Keys to the game still to come on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by The Pierre, Pogue Chevy Buick dealer in Hannibal, and Lynn's Heritage House.
The Eagle 102 Sports Keys to the Game are right around the corner. Brought to you by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
At Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green, we're not only helping kids grow stronger, we're helping grow a stronger community for the future. Pediatrician Dr. Barbara White provides the specialized care your child needs from birth through college, right here at home. From routine checkups to immunizations, we're equipped to handle all of your child's health needs. To schedule an appointment, just call 573-324-2241. Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel, Eagle's Nest Inn, and People's Savings Bank.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Sports Keys to the Game on KJFM. Sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Well, the key for me is to get a ride in that classic car that just went across the outfield here at Bowling Green High School. That's a pretty sweet ride going past.
Well, you might have to run pretty fast, and I got a feeling you don't have that in you.
I have a feeling for 30 yards I can run anywhere as fast as I want. After that, it's up for grabs. They wiped that goal off the board. Still 2-0 Kraken, by the way, as we get ready for this one. Keys, I think you touched on it. You got to be clean today. This is going to be a tight matchup.
I mean, most sports people will tell you of all the sports, hitting a ball coming at you at a high rate of speed with a cylindrical wood object or aluminum object is the hardest thing to do in sports.
Composite.
Yeah, composite wood, whatever it is these days. You can make this game a lot simpler if you play clean in the field and don't walk people. Don't give up free outs. Don't give them extra outs by booting the ball and throwing it around. And as we mentioned, we've seen both these teams play. And I mean, Sid Charlton's got pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
And if she throws strikes, she can be a lockdown type pitcher. But we've also seen her in games where she's walked 5 or 6 and hit some people, and that's created problems. Then you have a boot or two in the field, and all of a sudden you've given up 6 or 7 runs. If she can throw strikes, that'll help matters immensely. And plus, when your pitchers don't, this, you play in the field, when your pitchers aren't throwing strikes, you're out there in the field and you're going to sleep, Throw the ball over the plate, pound the strike zone, and get your players involved, and they'll feel better because of it.
That is the pain of a Corey League coach, standing around watching balls.
Yeah,
but
no doubt.
on the flip side, Ashley Noah, the sophomore, has had some good performances this year.
She has. Her problems in the games that we've had is she's been up in the zone. If she can get the ball down in the zone, she can be hard to hit. But when she throws that pitch belt high, we've seen some people knock her around quite a bit. And for instance, in the Montgomery County game, I believe they gave up 11 runs or something like that. So yeah, you've got to get down in the zone if you're Ashland, and if you can do that, you will go a long ways towards helping your chances. While we're at it, Clopton's scoring. To make my point, they're scoring 6.4 and giving up 4.1. Bowling Green scoring 6.1 and giving up 5. So, in fast pitch softball, if you're giving up 4, 5, and 6 runs a game, that's not really the good. That's not good.
Now let's go into the dugouts. Matt Jane knows Dean Street.
Oh yeah.
Right? They're kind of out of the same factory.
As if this wasn't already a kind of a rivalry game. You've got that little storyline to go along with it, with Dean being.
Now can Dean get in Matt Jane's head?
Probably not.
Or does Matt Jane just know how Dean's going to think and how aggressive he is?
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any secrets between the two coaches as to how they're going to coach this game. And both of them like to run a little bit. We've seen that as well, and they've got some speed. Clopton's lower part of the lineup has been – they need production out of the lower part of their lineup, and Bowling Green's not so much unlike that. They're kind of mirror images of each other, as their records might indicate.
Yeah.
One quick stat before we go to the starting lineups. Going back in the MSHSAA records, Bowling Green's 15-4 in this series, going back to like 2008, but they've won the last 15. Think about that.
That kind of coincides with when
Clopton was really good and
championships.
Exactly. So Clopton wants to win this game pretty bad and put that streak to bed.
Those are our keys to the game. Starting lineups still to come on the Eagle 102 Sports Pregame Show.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by White Insurance Agency, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, and Sudsy Tub.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups are coming up. Brought to you by Community State Banks of Missouri.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Seize the summer with hot savings on versatile New Holland mid-range tractors from Bowling Green Tractor. Choose 0% financing for 72 months or get up to $10,000 in cash back. Pick the deal that's right for you. As icing on the cake, you'll pay no money down with nothing due until 2025 with either offer. This summer's hottest deals on utility tractors are available now at Bowling Green Tractor. Stop in for all the details. Offer ends September 13th. For commercial use only. Customer participation is subject to credit qualification and CNH Industrial Capital America LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and other restrictions apply. Down payment may be required.
State Farm in Pittsfield understands that life can be tough. The State Farm staff is there to help you make smart decisions when it comes to all your insurance and financial service needs. Call, email, text, or stop by the office Monday through Friday between 9 to 5 to talk to an agent. State Farm in Pittsfield, a family-oriented office, is located at 311 Half West Washington Street in Pittsfield, serving Pike County, Illinois, and the surrounding areas.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Banks of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
Teams on the field. Let's check the lineup for the Clopton Hawks. At shortstop, leading off is number 8, Danica Graham. Then the second baseman, number 1, Charlie Spoonster. And the 3 spot is the third baseman, number 12, Riley Kuntz. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 19 at Collie Noah. Then the first baseman, number 23, Brooke Jarrett. Right fielder is number 18, Skylar Parker. Batting seventh is the pitcher, number 22, Ashlyn Noah. Then the center fielder, number 15, Jaden Williamson. And the designated player bats ninth, number 10, Bailey Baker. Flexing in left field will be Skylar Wilson. And again, that's Graham, Spoonster, Kuntz, Noah, Jarrett, Parker, Noah, Williamson, and Baker, with Wilson fielding only. For the Bowling Green LadyCats, they'll lead it off at the shortstop, number 6, Olivia Dawson. Then the right fielder, number 21, Avery Schumacher. Catcher in the 3 spot on senior night, number 2, Carly Dean. Then the third baseman, number 30, Reagan Jennings, bats cleanup. Pitcher in the 5 spot, number 7, Sid Charlton. Then the second baseman, number 8, Sadie Barnes. DP in the 7 hole, number 23, Sarah Reed. Then the left fielder bats, number 3, Hayden Chandler. And rounding out the order for Matt Jane is the center fielder, number 10, Brooke Hickerson. Flexing at first base will be a number 11, Miley Thompson. So again, for Bowling Green, Dawson, Schumacher, Dean, Jennings, Charlton, Barnes, Reed, Chandler, and Hickerson.
Pink out night here at Bowling Green. Bowling Green Bobcats in pink tops with white letters. Clopton's got white tops with pink numbers.
And if you're watching on KJFMradio.com, you see we've gone pink as well with our graphics and to help support breast cancer awareness. And a strike on the first pitch from Sydney Charlton to Danica Graham. We're underway. That one on the inside corner, 0-2 quickly.
Well, that's exactly what Matt Jane wants to see out of his hurler, is to work on top.
Up high. Makes it a 1-ball, 2-strike count to the leadoff batter. Set the defense for Bowling Green. Chandler in left, Hickerson at center. Schumacher is in right. As that one swung on and missed, and a strikeout to start things off. The infield, Jennings at third, Dawson at short, Barnes at second, and Thompson over at first. Dean behind the plate, and Charlton with her first strikeout, swinging to retire Danica Graham.
Just what the doctor ordered for the LadyCats.
Went up the ladder on 0-2 and 1-2, and that misses outside on the first pitch to Charlie Spoonster.
Clopton will play small ball a lot, and if you show that you can't field it, Dean Street will punish you with it.
Run you out of the ballpark, because that's a strike called. 1-ball, 1-strike. To Spoonster, batting in the 2 spot, playing second base today. The next from Charlton is fouled and hit the on-deck batter in the shoulder. She's okay. Riley Kuntz is tough.
Riley Kuntz is saying, Charlie, that way, not towards me.
Yeah, that was a check swing, too.
Tough Sunfield right now.
That one outside, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I like how she extended the zone there, because she is getting that corner. Good chase pitch. The 2-2 swung on and missed. And Spoonster is retired. Back-to-back strikeouts.
Went up in the zone again. If you can't lay off that rise ball that starts at your belly button, you'll have a long night at the plate.
Mm-hmm. Kuntz was ready, then stepped out. As they give her the middle. Here with 2 outs and a strike taken by Kuntz.
Kind of interesting philosophy. Usually in the start of games, you play him up the middle a little bit, and then as the catcher or the pitcher wears down, you play him to pull a little bit.
That one just missed. 1-ball, 1-strike. The Shadows have moved out of the right-hand batter's box, as this one's fouled out of play. Off to the right.
So Charlton doing a really good job in this first inning, working from on top.
1 ball, 2 strikes, bases empty, 2 outs. Kuntz digs back in. Charlton delivers, and that one up high. Came a little too far inside, didn't get Riley to swing.
Not a bad pitch with the 1-2 count, however.
The 2-2. This one stroked into left field, and on the run, sticking up the glove is Hayden Chandler to retire the side. Good running catch back toward the fence, and it's a 1-2-3 inning to retire Clopton. Bowling Green coming up, no score here in the first on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Ameriprise Financial Advisor Tamara Scherder, Pogue Ford, and W5 Auction Services.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports come health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green, Clopton, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Casey Sutton, certified athletic trainer with Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Geared Up, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
No score after a half inning. Set the defense for Clopton. It's Skylar Wilson in left. I think I wrote that down wrong. Jaden Williamson in center, and Skylar Parker in right. Riley Kuntz is the third baseman. Danica Graham at short. Charlie Spoonster at second base. Brooke Jarrett over at first. Kylie Noah behind the plate, and Ashlyn Noah is the pitcher for the Clopton Hawks, as Bowling Green will send up Dawson, Shoemaker, and Dean.
So we'll see if Ashlyn can work on top like Sid Charlton did in the top of the first for Bowling Green, as Callie Noah went to throw it down to second and tripped over her own feet and fell down in the batter's box. So she's taking a little grief from her fellow teammates. They're having a good laugh.
It's better than tripping over the white lines, right?
Well, there might be some question as to what she actually tripped over.
Dawson shattered one of the windows up here last week. Hopefully she doesn't go that route again, as that one's up high for ball one.
Well, if it does, we hope it stays to our left. You don't have your glove, so it could be dangerous up here.
My bare hand's just as good as my glove hand.
Yeah, so say you.
2-0 is that one. Also up high. It's easy to go high against Dawson. Batting from the left-hand side, she looks to slap it and do some running.
Yeah, I walked out with her the last time we were here. She's tiny.
Yes, she is. There's a strike called. And the count goes to 2-1. The next, up high, 3 balls and a strike.
So what we talked about in the pregame, 3 of the 4 pitches up in the zone, and Noah has got to get the ball down.
3 seniors on this Bowling Green team: Dawson, Charlton, Hickerson, and that's a walk. Lead-off walk, and speed is on the base pass for Bowling Green.
And they like to run. Both teams do. Got a pretty aggressive MOs, if you will. See our old buddy Ben Cordis in the house. We got somebody taking pictures tonight?
Yes, we do. We got Maddie. Good bunt, and it just got a weird hop right by Riley Kuntz.
That's got to be a hit.
Yeah,
snuck past in the right spot, trying to sacrifice, but as you said, got by Kuntz. Not because she misplayed it. It just was in a great location. And now the Bobcats got something brewing here in the top and the bottom of the first.
I think she was also kind of expecting a bounce back toward her, and the ball just died and rolled.
Hit a puff of dust, huh?
Which it has been dry.
Not hard to do, as dry as it's been. That is a fact.
Ball up high on the first pitch to the catcher, Dean. Set up outside on 1-0. And instead goes right down the middle to even up the count at 1-1. First and second, nobody out for Bowling Green. Bottom of the first, no score. Swing and a miss, big cut.
Yeah, a little behind that one. Good velocity on that one by Noah.
1-2 count to Carly Dean. Noah needs a strikeout here. Up the ladder, didn't chase. 2-2.
Yeah, I see Maddie down there. You can see why I don't take photos anymore in games. She's in the Indian position on the ground. I would never get up.
No. I don't think you can get there. This one just sliced behind first and a foul ball.
Woo, and it was just barely foul.
I think if it stays fair, it's caught.
If it stays fair, Bowling Green's got problems because Schumacher never left first. She was still standing there.
Mm-hmm. Got to make sure with no outs on a little popper like that. A little flare. Up high, count full.
So a lot of pitches by Noah here, these first three batters.
The 3-2. This one hit in the air. Out of play off the right side. We'll do it again.
Rolled on top of the batting cages and rolled off. So somebody, freshman, that's what we used to holler. Freshman,
yeah.
Go get the ball.
The next. Ooh, nubbed, and that's going to stay fair. She's hurt.
Oh, it hit her in the leg.
Yeah. They're going to say foul ball. Well.
It hit her in the thigh. She was holding her thigh. Fouled it straight off her thigh. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
The top of the thigh.
And keep it fair.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
We can say foul ball. Correct call.
Certainly jammed.
Another 3-2. This one popped up and will make it out of play.
So she's really making Noah work after Noah got back in the count.
Yeah, the next pitch will be the 10th of the at-bat.
You're running out of space on your score sheet.
Here comes. Hit in the air, center field. They have to back up. The right fielder over to make the catch, Parker. And there's one away. Runner advanced from second to third with one out.
Good piece of hitting by Dean. Battled and got a good piece of the ball there, and Williamson made a nice catch in center.
Brings in Jennings. Reagan, the cleanup hitter, showed bunt, pulled back, took a ball.
Just allowed the runner to go to second on the first to third steal opportunity. So no stolen base, but two runners in scoring position for her now.
Here comes another. Up high, 2-0. And you can't be worried about those runners. You got to stay in attack mode if you're Noah in the circle.
No doubt about it. You got 4, 5, and 6, though, you're going to have to deal with.
The next. Ooh, just a little bit high. 3-0. Looked like Reagan Jennings wanted to swing at that one.
Sid Charlton's on deck for the LadyCats.
The 3-0. And it's low, and the bases are loaded. Second walk issued. Sachs jammed with one out.
Took a lot off of that pitch, tried to throw that batting practice drop ball and couldn't get it over the plate. So now if you're Charlton, you got to put the ball in play somewhere and see what happens.
There's a strike called on the first pitch to Sid.
Pretty good pitch on the inside part of the plate, not something Charlton would be able to drive.
The 0-1 evens the count at a ball and a strike as that one missed up and in. Just above the hands.
Bases loaded, no score. We're in the bottom of the first.
1-1 pitch. Called a strike, set up outside, caught the corner.
So now you got to choke up and make contact.
1 ball, 2 strikes, bases loaded. Here we go. Up high, back to the screen. Too quick. Back to the catcher for Dawson to advance.
Yeah, it's not a ton of space here at Bowling Green behind the plate.
Your best bet is to ricochet one way or the other off one of those poles.
The netting's pretty tight, and that bounced right back off the netting.
Now 2-2. Swung on and missed. Big strike out there for Ashlyn Noah. And there's 2 down.
Yeah, she got what she needed. Now you'll take a little bit of anything for an out. She needed a pop-up or a strikeout there. Got the strikeout. Now it's up to Sadie Barnes.
In the 6th spot. She fouls one off the screen. Good cut at that one. 0-1.
Got to get something out of this with bases loaded and 1 out.
Swung on and missed. 0-2. Interesting defensive alignment. The right fielder way off the line, a little bit deeper. Center field, left field, they're pretty shallow.
They are.
Especially with a right-handed hitter in the box. And that's
third baseman almost playing at the grass, something you don't see in fast-pitch softball ever.
Well, that's I think something that only happens with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Where you can step on the bag. They won't need it. It's a called strike 3. Barnes goes down. Bowling Green leaves the bases loaded in the bottom of the 1st inning. No scores. We head to the 2nd. Clopton coming up on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Geeky Hillbilly, Twin Pike Family YMCA, and Ackles Farm Market.
Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
Kind of going back to what we were talking about in the pregame and all season, Jim. RISP, the runners in scoring position, it seems like team batting averages around the area are way down when you got runners in scoring position. That's why we've had the inconsistency.
Right, and Noah, after looking a little shaky with the first couple of batters, bared down and really showed her stuff with the last 2 striking them out.
It's the catcher Noah to lead things off. Takes a strike, 1-1 the count. 4, 5, and 6 for the Hawks. Left-handed hitting catcher, Callie Noah.
Throwing left-handed too, which is even more unusual.
Mm-hmm.
I tried it. I was going to say, you're probably going to tell me you caught. You left-handers are.
I tried it.
You're kind of out there, you know.
You know, I found a left-handed catcher's mitt at Grandpa Pigeons, if you remember. That's
St. Charles Rock Road. Yeah. I absolutely know where it was.
And boy, they had a great rolling section there.
Didn't they though? That's where I bought my first glove.
Mm-hmm. Back to the screen, 2-2.
Now all the young people are listening, going, Grandpa Pigeons, what in heaven's name are they talking about?
You can get everything there. Fishing gear, guitars.
Yeah.
It made Walmart look bougie. That went up high. The count goes to 3-2. Noah against Sydney Charlton, and that one called strike 3 on the outside corner. 3rd strikeout already for Charlton.
Yeah, I mentioned if she throws strikes, she's got good stuff, and she can be a tough customer in the circle. So far, so good for her tonight.
There's a strike called on the first pitch to Jarrett.
And I've always argued, just keep pounding the strike zone.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to waste a pitch when you're up 0-2 or 1-2, fine, but pound the strike zone.
inside, a ball and a strike to Brooke Jarrett.
I got the chance to watch Scherzer pitch a game a number of years ago in real life, and he just pounds the strike zone. That's all he does. Now, when you got good stuff like him, it's a little easier than some. But, yeah, I mean, he wasted a pitch here, a pitch there, but as a general rule, and then, of course, what did he do? He went 8 innings because his pitch count was way low.
Mm-hmm. That one fouled out of play, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Pitch count not an issue, generally speaking, for softball pitchers because they can – that's the natural motion of their arm, and is common. They can pitch a long time.
The 2-2 up high, count full. Back-to-back batters have gone to 3-2. Swung on and missed. Charlton got them both on the 3-2 pitch. This one swinging to retire Jarrett, and that'll bring in Parker.
4 strikeouts so far. Still no score. We're in the top of the second. Here from Bowling Green. Beautiful, beautiful night for softball.
All the way back, or in the to the third base side of the box, and taking a strike is Parker.
She is a long way from the plate.
Takes one inside, 1-1.
So why don't we throw it inside so she can reach it?
Yeah.
How about that?
Don't worry about that outside corner. The 1-1 with 2 outs and the base is empty. There's a strike called on that outside corner.
I think the umpire about called that before it went over the plate, didn't he? Haven't seen either one of these umpires before.
The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strikes out the side, has struck out 5 of the first she has faced. As Sydney Charlton off to a great start. No score, however, after an inning and a half. Bowling Green coming up in the bottom of the second on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by The Pierre, Pogue Chevy Buick dealer in Hannibal, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
We were talking about pitch counts, which isn't as big of a deal in softball. I mean, softball pitchers have rubber arms, can go out there day in and day out. But through 2 innings, Sydney Charlton has thrown 30 pitches, just starting the second inning. And Noah's already at 29. She had to work a lot harder in that first, and that could potentially come into play later in the game.
It could, mainly because both of these pitchers have thrown a lot of innings for their teams this year. Yeah, you look at the Women's College World Series, or just Women's College softball in general, and granted they're a few years older as the ball's first pitch is fouled back by Reed. They'll throw 130, 140 pitches in a game, and it's not terribly uncommon.
So it'll be 7, 8, 9. Reed, Chandler, and Hickerson. The 0-1 swung on and missed. 0-2.
Good off-speed pitch there that time by Noah, down and in.
So Reed digs back in. Where's number 23, the designated player today? And that one is swung on and missed when chasing up high. And that's the 3rd strikeout for Noah.
All of a sudden, we've got a pitcher's duel, right? Let's see if you take the 6 batters for Clopton and the last 3 for Bowling Green, there are 8 of 9 strikeouts.
And when I've seen Noah, she tends to start rocky and then get better as the game goes on, as that one missed inside, 1-0.
That bodes well for the Hawks tonight.
This one hit into center, jumped on the center fielder, but Williamson able to get back and make the adjustment for the second out.
Williams got good range. We've seen her make a number of nice catches on the run this year. She's got 2 so far tonight already.
Number 9 hitter, Brooke Hickerson, digs in. Kind of like that second leadoff. And a swing and a miss. Looked like she got crossed up a little bit there.
Yeah, kind of.
Awkward swing.
Yeah, jammed and maybe tried to stop. It didn't stop.
The 0-1. Ooh, taken up high for strike 2. She didn't like the call.
I like the strike zone. Get them off your shoulders, girls. We're going to have some strikes tonight.
The 0-2. Base is empty. 2 outs. Swung on and missed. Pair of strikeouts in the inning for Ashlyn Noah. We've played 2 full here at Bowling Green High School. Hawks and LadyCats. No score on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by White Insurance Agency, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, and Sudsy Tub.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Discover Gambino's Eatery in Louisiana, open Wednesday through Sunday, with our lunch options until 4 p.m., including tenderloin, burgers, wrap options, and salads. Enjoy dinner favorites like the make-your-own pasta dish, lasagna, and red wine pot roast from 4 p.m. to close. We offer more than just pizza and Italian. There's something for everyone. When the weather is nice, dine on our beautiful patio. Now open Sundays from 11 to 2. Join us at Gambino's on 3rd and Georgia in Louisiana.
If it's not on the menu, we don't talk about it.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
To the 3rd inning, it'll be 7-8-9 for Clopton as they're looking for their first base runner of the ball game. Taking a strike is the pitcher Ashlyn Noah. 0-1. Noah Williamson Baker. And there's a strike. 0-2.
Yeah, only one hit in the game so far. That was Avery Schumacher. And it was a bunt.
Yep. That one back to the screen. Ball and 2 strikes. To the number 7 hitter, Ashlyn Noah. Charlton had to shield her eyes to find the sign. Now delivers one high and outside. Again, back to the screen. Off the glove of catcher Carly Dean. 2-2.
For 2 teams that average a little over 6 runs a game, they're going to have to get going.
Up high, count goes full. So all of a sudden, she's getting the strikeouts, but throwing a lot of pitches to do it is Sydney Charlton.
Yeah, unlike the first when she was working on top, that's changed a little bit.
Strike 3 called. That's strikeout number 6. Down goes Noah. In comes Williamson.
Well, it's not how, it's how many, right? As they say in golf.
Mm-hmm. Almost hit the batter. As she scoots out of the way. A ball and no strikes.
Having trouble seeing the sign with the sun in her eyes.
Mm-hmm. Misses up high, 2-0. First time she started to count 2 balls, no strikes. That one fouled off that pole. There's that ricochet we were talking about.
Yeah, good rip by Jaden Williamson at that pitch. A little up in the zone, but she was right on it.
And hair color matching that bat.
Yeah.
This one fouled at the plate. And the count goes to 2-2. She kind of just dropped the bat out there and put the ball right on the plate.
She's moved up way in the front of the box.
The 2-2 pitch. This one stroked into center. It's going to get down for a hit. And Hickerson had a little trouble with it, but not enough for Jarrett to advance, or Williamson rather, to advance.
First hit of the game by the Lady Hawks, and a solid line drive up the middle.
That'll bring in the designated player, Bailey Baker. Runner bluffs, throw back down, and kind of snuck out of the glove of Thompson. Like the runner would have been back anyway.
Baker swung and missed. She was way behind that one.
0-1 the count. And again, they're giving up the middle. I think that would make it harder to throw out a runner, too. As that one is missed as well. 0-2. One out, runner at first. Up and in. Ball and 2 strikes to the designated player for the Hawks.
I'm surprised they didn't bunt in this situation to flip the lineup to Graham.
Mm-hmm. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Second strikeout of the inning.
Top of the lineup for the Hawks with number 8, Danica Graham.
Number 7 for the game for Charlton. We've only played 2 2/3.
Runner goes. Ball snuck away from the catcher, Dean. Runner advances. Ball 1.
So they didn't have to bunt and got the result they wanted. A runner on second with Graham at the plate. Graham struck out back in the first.
Swing and a miss. Evens things up 1-1.
Big cut at that pitch.
Runner at second, 2 down. There's a swing and a miss. 1-2. She was a strikeout victim her first time up. To lead off the game. A 1-2 pitch. She got her. Swung on and missed. And that ends the inning. Clopton leaves a runner in scoring position. We head to the bottom of the third. Still no score. Bowling Green coming up on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Ameriprise Financial Advisor Tamara Scherder, Pogue Ford, and W5 Auction Services.
Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products found in the local concession stands, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Clarbrun Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
To the bottom of the third, no score. And just looking at Charlton's pitch chart, 14 pitches in the first, 16 in the second, 15 in the third. So
pretty
she is
consistent, yeah.
Averaging 15.
Yeah, and she's got 2 strikeouts, 3 strikeouts, and 3 strikeouts in those innings.
Clopton did get their first hit of the ball game, but that runner was stranded at second. And there's a strike called on the first pitch to Olivia Dawson.
Olivia walked back in the first and was stranded as the Bobcats left the bases loaded in the first inning.
One to the screen.
A little off-speed pitch. It was slipped out of the hands of Noah. Went about 57 feet, or 37 feet, I should say. Not throwing from 60.
That'd be a little tougher.
Yeah.
1-1. Fouled out of play. Ball and 2 strikes to Dawson. She can generate power from her tiptoes in that slap style. Up high. Helmet high, and evens the count at 2-2.
They're really not squeezing her too much on the infield, so if she would get one down, they'd have a hard time throwing her out.
The 2-2 pitch. Up high, a little wide, 3-2.
Of course, with 2 strikes, that's not terribly likely. Although we've seen some crazy things this year.
The 3-2 pitch. This one stroked over the second baseman and past the right fielder. She's going to make a big turn, throw it to third. So Dawson will put it back in gear, go to second base. It's a single. Goes to second on the throw.
Yeah, I think that would be an error on the right fielder who overthrew the second base bag to get Dawson to second.
Let's see if it's costly. Dawson on base for the second time. Pitch up high to Schumacher for ball 1.
Schumacher with the lone hit for, well, until that hit, the lone hit for the Bobcats back in the first.
Swung on and missed. Big cut. 1-1.
Another pitch up and out of the zone that time.
One ball, one strike, nobody out. Runner at second base. Noah's pitch is bunted in the air and caught by the third baseman coming in.
Good base running by Dawson that time to not get doubled off.
Good play by Riley Kuntz.
So Carly Dean steps in. She flew out to center on a nice running catch by Williamson.
Strike taken by Dean, 0-1. Dawson at second. Little high, evens the count. He said a little high with his right hand.
Yeah.
Almost thought he was calling a strike.
Well, that's what I thought too.
There's a strike. A ball and 2 strikes now. Dean back in.
Dean, a junior.
Pop foul out of play.
She had a long at bat last inning, if I remember right. 10 or 11 pitches.
Ball and 2 strike count. Up high, 2-2.
Still looking for something you like.
The next from Noah to Dean. Hit in the air. Short left field. Shortstop going back and having to jump to make the catch is Danica Graham. There's 2 away.
Yeah, she took an interesting route to that ball, but the end result was what she wanted with a nice catch in the second out of the inning.
Reagan Jennings, the cleanup hitter, digs in. She walked, was stranded at first, her first time up. Wants to get an RBI here with 2 outs. Up high, she takes it 1-0.
Bright yellow batting gloves.
The 1-0. Swung on and missed, 1-1. The next took something off, got her to swing through it. Ball and 2 strikes now.
A little up and in, off-speed pitch. And Jennings went fishing for it.
The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strikeout of Jennings to end the inning. Bowling Green again leaves a runner in scoring position. And we're heading to the 4th inning. Still no score. Bowling Green and Clopton coming up on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Geeky Hillbilly, Twin Pike Family YMCA, and Ackles Farm Market.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the square in Bowling Green.
Eagles Bluff Golf Course in Clarksville is a locally owned public course, available for play 7 days a week. For more information, call, visit, or go online to eaglesbluffgolf.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel, Eagles Nest End, and People's Savings Bank.
We head to the top of the fourth. Nothing but goose eggs on the board so far. Nothing. A pitcher's duel between Sydney Charlton and Ashley Noah.
Since that goal was disallowed, the Blues have scored 3 times and lead the Kraken 3-2.
You're back on the happy card then, aren't you?
Start of the third period from Seattle, a matinee to start the season for the Blues.
Spoonster, Kuntz, and Noah for the Lady Hawks in this fourth inning, and Spoonster drops down a bunt. The first baseman Thompson picks it up, throws to the second baseman Barnes for a nice play. And the first out of the inning, 3-4.
Number 12, Riley Kuntz.
And that'll bring in Riley Kuntz, who flew out to left field back in the first. 8 strikeouts so far for Sid Charlton in the first 3 innings. First pitch is rise ball called for a strike. Noah to follow. That's Callie. Brooke Jarrett is in the hole. Next pitch fouled off back to the right. Makes it 0-2.
I think the most strikeouts I ever had in an inning was 5. Unreliable catcher.
That sounds like a fishing story to me. The 0-2 pitch is popped up. It's going to fade out of play on the right-hand side, leaving the count at 0-2. Both teams will be back in action on Thursday night as Clopton will host Monroe City, a team that's played quite well, and Bowling Green will host North Callaway as the next pitch is up and away, makes it 1-2. One out in the inning. Jim Ross, Mark Froelich with you here from Bowling Green High School. Another EMO conference game. Pink out night as the next pitch is a changeup, way too tall.
Pink out, senior night.
All kinds of stuff going on tonight. Interesting they're having senior night tonight. Usually it's the last home game, isn't it?
I think they've kind of gotten away from that.
Yeah, it seems that way. Next pitch is a ball, so the count is full on Riley Kuntz. Charlton brings the next, and it's taken for strike 3 right down central.
I think they kind of got away from that because those last couple of games have been so important. You don't want to, mess with your lineup too much.
Right. And it can tend to get chilly.
Yeah, that too.
By mid-October, as districts will start around the 16th and 17th, depending on what class you're in, of October.
First round of state will be on, the 26th?
So just a couple of weeks away. And first pitch is a strike to Callie Noah. She struck out looking in the second, leading off the second. Yeah, the district brackets and seedings should come out probably over the weekend, I would suspect.
What did I read on the text thread? They're going to have the meeting like Wednesday or Thursday, something like that.
Is that when they're going to do it?
Yeah.
You're hooked into the coaches' text thread too? Would you?
Not the coaches.
You hack into that?
Yeah.
Among your techno skills, you're also a hacker.
Yeah. I stopped following Palmyra's feed.
And Noah strikes out on the 1-2 pitch, swinging this time. So 2 strikeouts in the inning for Charlton. Another 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the fourth. No score on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by The Pierre, Pogue Chevy Buick dealer in Hannibal, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Don't have time to stop by the bank?
That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
Well, both pitchers doing their thing so far, and there's nothing but zeros on the scoreboard as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. And Ashley Noah will face Sydney Charlton, Sadie Barnes, and Sarah Reed for Bowling Green.
Looking in the Bowling Green dugout, I've noticed they've got the big head of the seniors from when they were a lot smaller. And I don't know what's going on with the hair of Brooke Hickerson in hers, but it looks like she stuck her finger in a light socket or something.
Some serious hair issues, no doubt about it. Charlton struck out back into first with bases loaded, actually, as the LadyCats left the bases loaded. They've left 4 on base so far as she swings and misses at the first pitch. Clopton with just 1 runner left on base. Both teams, Clopton with 1 hit, Bowling Green with 2 hits in the game. The next pitch is a ball. Evens the count of 1-1.
Yeah, Noah definitely has gotten better as the game's gone on.
And a nice off-speed pitch swung on and missed by Charlton. Yeah, you mentioned it, and you're right on point there. We have a true pitcher's duel now, as both pitchers are dialed in. The next pitch is high, even in count at 2-2. Nobody on. We're just in the start of the bottom of the fourth inning. Barnes and Reed to follow for the LadyCats. Next pitch fouled back off the glove of Kelly Noah. She couldn't hang on. The count remains 2-2. Shadows starting to creep across the field, which can make things challenging for the hitters. The next pitch is about 8 feet up on the screen.
That slipped.
The old rise ball that slipped out of the hand.
Loads the count.
Let's see what Charlton does with this full count. She'll pop it out of play off to the right. And we'll do it again with the count 3-2.
7 pitches so far this at bat to Sid Charlton.
Matt and Jane and Epperson doing the coaching as the next pitch is swung on and missed. And Charlton goes down swinging for the first out of the inning.
Number 8, Sadie Barnes.
6th strikeout of the game, if my math is correct, for Ashley Noah. In steps Sadie Barnes. She also struck out looking to end the first.
You're right on the money.
And she'll bunt. Noah will come in and field her own position. Bang, bang play at first. They got her. Nice play from Noah to Spoonster covering at first for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, you got to try something here. We're getting into the middle innings, late middle innings.
Yeah, the confidence thing becomes an issue because you're like, wow, can we hit this person tonight? And there's a fly ball to short center. In comes Williamson. It's going to drop. So a Texas leaguer for Sarah Reed, the 3rd hit of the game for Bowling Green. And Reed will be on first with 2 outs on the first pitch. She got jammed, but it was in a perfect spot as nobody could get to it.
They've just taken or worked so many counts. It was kind of a surprise that she went up there first pitch swinging, and the defense was kind of asleep a little bit.
Well, and I've argued this with you as the first pitch to Hayden Chandler's fouled back. At this level, pitchers are trying to get ahead. It doesn't matter if it's baseball or softball. So get ready and hit. If they throw that first pitch down the middle, bust it.
Yep.
Coaches don't necessarily believe that, but next pitch is up and away. They like to see you run pitch counts, run the pitch count up, which, as we've mentioned in nauseam in this game, really doesn't matter in softball.
Yep.
The next pitch is on the way, and it's fouled off. Almost hit her, but hit the bat instead.
A little protecting swing there.
Yeah. It's a good thing if she'd have took it in the right shoulder. And the count is 1-2 on Hayden Chandler. Sarah Reed on first. She hasn't shown an inclination to run yet. Next pitch is popped up and fouled off to the right and out of play.
Look out. There was a little guy over there. I don't know, not so little. That was looking for a ball, I think, and almost got another one.
So the 1-2 pitch once again is up and in for a ball. Evens the count at 2-2. 2 outs in the inning. Brooke Hickerson on deck for the LadyCats. The next pitch to Chandler. Jam shot right back to the pitcher. Noah over to Jarrett at first, and bang, bang, just like that. It's the end of the inning. A hit for the LadyCats, but nothing doing for them. They leave a runner on base. We're still scoreless as we head to the 5th on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by White Insurance Agency, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, and Sudsy Tub.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more, or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a Taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A Taste of Philly, Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Geared Up, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Nothing as we head to the top of the 5th. It'll be 5, 6, and 7. Jarrett Parker and Ashlyn Noah for the Lady Hawks against Sydney Charlton, who struck out 10 in these first 4 innings. And as we mentioned, has walked nobody and been pretty dominant so far, Mark.
Yes, she has. Just allowed the one hit.
First pitch grounded deep in the hole. It's short, and Dawson can't make a play. Jarrett will beat it out. So the second hit of the game for the Lady Hawks. And they get a base runner to start the inning here in the 5th.
First time the leadoff batter has gotten on, so we'll see what Coach Street does with this.
Well, I'm going to make a little wager. There's going to be a little small ball coming here. We shall see. Parker squares around, bunts it, dives right in front of the plate. And the throw to first is too tall, so the arrow allowed the runner to advance to third and the runner to reach first. So there's the first error of the game by Bowling Green, and it's put Clopton in a position to get on top in this game here in the 5th. The bunt just barely got out in front of the plate and spun. Dean made a play on it, threw to first, but it was too tall. And now we have first and third and nobody out. And Ashlyn Noah steps in, and the runner will go to second on defensive indifference. So it's second and third and nobody out. So the first major threat of the game for the Lady Hawks, as they have 7, 8, and 9 up to try and push the run across. Noah takes the next pitch, called for a strike, evens the count 1-1.
So which way do you go with the error on that? Because I didn't think the throw was that bad.
I'm giving it to the catcher. As the next pitch is bunted and it goes foul. Little safety squeeze that time.
It was high. I didn't think it was that high.
It was high. If it wasn't high, it would have been caught.
In theory.
In theory. So 1-2 the count on Noah, and she swings and misses. Strikeout number 11.
Maybe the biggest strikeout so far for Sid Charlton.
No doubt. And we mentioned in the pregame that Charlton's got the stuff And she's been dominant like this today to be able to pitch out of a jam like this by getting strikeouts. So let's see if she can make us sound like prophets. First pitch is up and in to Jaden Williamson. She had one of the hits back in the third inning.
Yeah, stroked a 2-2 pitch.
Yeah, line drive up the middle. So the next pitch, she squares around. There's a bunt. It's going to go out of play.
Oh, somebody dropped it right behind the grandstand.
Is that a parent? E on the parent? Or was it a kid?
No, it was a parent.
Okay, we'll call it an error then. If it's a kid, we'll give him a break.
Hey, he may have got lost in his shirt. It's the same color as the ball.
Next pitch to Williamson is inside as well, and it's 2-1.
She has got that inside scoot down to a pat.
Doesn't she, though? Two and 1 to count on Williamson as she looks at her wristband and gets the signal from the bench. And she's going to swing away. Ooh, that was an inside strike there. So a little bit of a break for Charlton on that pitch, evens the count at 2-2. Williamson's not really right on top of the plate either. Here comes the 2-2. Down and in once again. So the count goes full to Jaden Williamson. Second and third, one out in the inning. And errors contributed to the trouble, and she takes the next pitch for a strike looking. Drop ball right down the middle. And the second out of the inning brings in Bailey Baker, who struck out looking back in the second inning. Strikeout number 12 for Charlton to go with no walks. First pitch swung on and missed. Baker's been behind Charlton all day, so if Coach Jane's been paying attention, you just throw heat and see if she can catch up to something. And that's what she's doing. Second pitch is a strike as well. That time looking, it's 0-2 with 2 out. 2 on in second and third with Jarrett and Parker. Charlton's next pitch swung on and missed, and she strikes out the side to get out of this 2 on, nobody out jam. Just like we talked about in the pregame, and we remain scoreless as we head to the bottom of the fifth on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Ameriprise Financial Advisor Tamara Scherder, Pogue Ford, and W5 Auction Services.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana. And let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
So we've got a pitcher's duel here, Mr. Froelich.
And speaking of that, all that action that inning, guess how many pitches Sydney Charlton threw?
15.
15. 14, 16, 15, 11, and 15. Those have been her 5 innings of work so far.
If that's not consistency, I don't know what it is. So back to the hill comes Ashlyn Noah. She's been good today, too. She's struck out 6 so far, and she'll see 9, 1, and 2. Brooke Hickerson, Olivia Dawson, and Avery Schumacher for the LadyCats.
Looking at the way the inning's going to shake out, Dawson's already been on base twice. So it's important to get this first batter out.
See what Hickerson can do. She struck out swinging. In the second, takes the first pitch for a strike. We're in the bottom of the fifth in a briskly played first 5 innings. Next pitch is change up high. Evens the count of 1-1. The next pitch from Noah. Inside, ball 2. She's only walked 2 tonight, and those both came in the first when Bowling Green had their best chance. Left bases loaded back in the first. The 2-1 pitch is up and away, makes it 3-1. You don't want to walk the leadoff hitter in this situation with the Lineup getting ready to flip to the top of the order.
Stay outside here on 3-1.
And it's a jam shot, slow roller. Can Hickerson beat it out? Noah comes up throwing quickly to Jarrett for the out. Nice play by Ashland. To Jarrett for the first out of the inning. So we head to the top of the order. Olivia Dawson, as Mark mentioned, has one of the hits, been on base twice with a walk and that single. And she'll try to get something going here with
Hickerson's usually quite a bit faster than that. It looked like she kind of spun her wheels a little bit coming out of the box. Maybe thought it was a foul ball.
I think she got jammed so bad with the swing that it kind of tied her up as the first pitch to Dawson is a strike. So you're right, she didn't get a good jump out of the box and actually was thrown out pretty easy. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Bobbled but thrown over to first. Did she beat it out? No, she didn't. Graham to Jarrett as Graham did a little juggling act at short but made a strong throw. And they get Dawson by a half a step for the second out of the inning.
Boy, that was fortunate. It bounced off her glove but stayed in the air with her momentum. Okay, stayed out in front of her. She was able to field it and make the throw all in one motion.
Schumacher has a hit in her 2 trips. Swings and misses on the first pitch with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. No score still here from Bowling Green High School. Schumacher popped up to the third baseman back in the 3rd inning. Or actually, it may have been the shortstop, actually. The next pitch is a ball, and here comes the 1-1 pitch from Noah. It's jam shot, looped over the infield, and hits the grass for a base hit. So she's 2 for 3 for the night. And says, come on, Carly Dean. Give us a little help here.
Dean has put the ball in play twice, putting it into right center field the first time where it was caught, and caught in the air by the shortstop on the outfield grass in left field her last time up.
And there's a fly ball to center, deep to center, but Williamson's got a beat on it, and she'll make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So a hit in the inning, but nothing doing once again for the Lady Cats. And we head to the top of the 6th inning. No score on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Geeky Hillbilly, Twin Pike Family YMCA, and Ackles Farm Market.
Central State Bank believes in more than just banking. Central State Bank's team takes the time to understand your unique needs and goals, and they're proud to be part of the community, actively supporting local businesses and events. Enjoy state-of-the-art banking technology for easy and secure online and mobile banking. Join thousands of satisfied customers who've made the switch to Central State Bank and experience the personal touch and professional service that set them apart. Visit one of the convenient locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Central State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Castile Color Wheel has been proudly serving Pittsfield and the surrounding community since 1950 and is an expanded retail area. They began as a paint retailer handling Benjamin Moore and Pittsburgh paints, developing into a full-service decorating center, including wall coverings and Hunter Douglas custom window treatments. Castile over the years has expanded with home decor, high-quality gift items, bridal and baby registry, an upscale ladies and children's boutique, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 until noon. Let Castile's be your one-stop shop, located just off the northwest corner of the square in Pittsfield.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Back to the top of the order for the Lady Hawks here in the 6th. Graham leads it off, takes the first pitch for a strike. She has struck out twice today so far, two of the 12 for Sid Charlton in this ball game. Next pitch is fouled straight back, makes it 0-2. Spoonster and Kuntz will follow for the Lady Hawks. This is the inning they want to get going here in the 6th with the top of the order up. Next pitch is a rise ball well out of the zone. Makes it 1-2. The next pitch from Charlton, fouled back again. This one Fouled way back, out of play. That'll give the kids something to chase after. They're going to give them a bag of popcorn if they return that ball.
Used to be a Tootsie Roll, didn't it?
Ooh, there's a line drive base hit on the 1-2 pitch by Graham, right up the middle. And so just what the doctor ordered for the Lady Hawks. Leadoff hitter on, and Charlie Spoonster steps in. She struck out and grounded out to the first baseman, or bunted it to the first baseman, was thrown out, actually. And I'm going to bet my left shoe that she's bunting here.
Well, be careful. You walk through the gravel here.
That's true. I'm not going to have to worry about it. The bunt is down. It's perfect. Charlton throws to the second baseman, Barnes, for the out, but the sacrifice is good for the first out. And now that runner is in scoring position. They are looking for Riley Kuntz or Callie Noah to drive her in, and they both struck out back in the fourth. Kuntz actually flew out to left back in the first. Here's the first pitch, is a strike on the inside corner. The plate has been a pitcher's plate tonight, which I love. There's a line drive into right center. It's off the wall. Graham will come in to score, and the defense does a nice job, gets the ball back in to hold Kuntz to a single, but the Lady Hawks jump on top here in the sixth with an RBI single off the wall by Riley Kuntz. Danica Graham scores, and it's 1-0 Lady Hawks. The next batter steps in. That's Callie Noah, and she takes the first pitch for a strike.
Will one be enough today?
That is the question. 2 solid hits, though. This one lined down the left field line, just foul. A slicing line drive that went by Jennings. She didn't touch it.
Yeah, the lefty just stuck out the bat and went with the pitch.
Yeah, went about 2 feet foul, about 15 feet out in the grass. That would have been trouble for the Lady Bobcats. So count 0-2 now on Callie Noah. The lefty takes the next pitch high for a ball. Make it 1-2. Kuntz not showing any inkling of running at this point. I'll let Noah do the hitting, see if she can put a charge in one. And she swings and misses on a low inside pitch. Really got fooled on that one and strikes out for the third time tonight for the second out of the inning.
Former Lady Cat head coach, Clopton coach, current Louisiana principal, Craig Smith, just took a seat in the front row on the Clopton side.
That's covering all of Pike County, isn't it?
It is.
So 2 outs in the inning. Kuntz still at first for the Lady Hawks, and Coach Street's going to have a little chat with Brooke Jarrett. Give her some words of wisdom before she steps in, as we got an offensive timeout. 2 outs. Clopton's got to run across here with a runner on first. That is Kuntz. 2 outs. As the umpire says, hold on a second. Let me get my score sheet straight here. And now here we go. And the first pitch is a strike.
Ooh, that thing just kept rising. I thought it was out of the zone.
Yeah, as we mentioned, it's been a fairly generous strike zone. Maybe the reason we've got a 1-0 game. Next pitch is high and goes back to the backstop. So the wild pitch will give Kuntz second base, put her in scoring position with Jarrett up with 2 outs and the count even at 1-1. Jarrett has a single in the game in the last inning. She led off the last inning with a single, actually. Next pitch is a ball, makes it 2-1. She struck out back in the second. Skylar Parker will follow if Jarrett can make any noise. Swung on and missed. And it's 2-2. 2 outs in the inning. Looking to the bottom of the sixth, it'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Bobcats. Next pitch fouled straight back. Keeps the count at 2-2. Well, this has been a good one. Been a real good one. Charlton's next pitch is pitches. He wanted to call it a strike.
Yeah.
That right hand almost came up, but it was inside. Makes it a full count at 3-2 for Jarrett. The 3-2 pitch is down. Ball 4.
First walk issued by Sydney Charlton. Puts runners at first and second with 2 outs. Already a run in for Clopton in the inning to lead 1-0.
And that'll bring in Skylar Parker, who struck out and reached on an error, and she tries to bunt the first pitch with 2 outs. Not sure what that's all about.
Bunt for a hit.
I would guess. Not exactly what you want to have going on with a runner on second and 2 outs in a 1-run game, though. Put some grass stain on it's what Coach Street's saying.
Yeah.
Next pitch is a curveball outside. Makes it 1-1. 2 on, 2 outs. Jarrett at first and Kuntz at second.
Good pitch.
Next pitch is a strike.
Inside corner.
Makes it 1-2.
That's old reliable today.
That has been. That inside corner has been good to her. The 1-2, another rise ball up against the screen. So now you've got 2 runners in scoring position as the runners advance. With a 2-2 count. So Deuce is wild. 2 on, 2 out. 2-2 the count. The next pitch is grounded just foul outside the baseline. Thompson grabs it, but it was about 4 feet foul. And we'll do it again with the count even at 2-2. Parker, one of the seniors, swung on and missed. And that'll do it as they throw down to first as the ball popped out of Dean's hand. And that'll do it for the inning, but the damage is done as the Hawks push across a run, the first of the game by either club. They had 2 hits in the inning, and they lead it 1-0 heading to the bottom of the 6th on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by The Pierre, Pogue Chevy Buick dealer in Hannibal, and Lynn's Heritage House.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in Louisiana is where history, comfort, and charm come together. Explore quaint streets, visit local attractions, and return to comfort at the end of the day. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
1-0 Lady Hawks heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. Bowling Green will have Reagan Jennings, Sydney Charlton, and Sadie Barnes coming to the dish.
42.5 seconds left in Seattle. The Blues still lead 3-2.
You're hanging in there. I'll give you that.
Empty net for the Kraken.
Blues have had trouble with that empty net in the last couple of years. So in steps Jennings, walked and struck out in the game so far. We are in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch is up and away, ball 1. A single by Graham, a sacrifice bunt, and a single by Riley Kuntz in the 6th gives Clopton the lead. And there's a ball stroked down the third base line up against the screen, foul.
Passive defense from Matt Jane in the third base box.
The old Olay attempt at it. And it evens the count at 1-1. Both pitchers have been stellar. Change up, hit down the left field line, and actually got over the fence that time. Makes it 1-2. Had Jennings way out in front on the change up.
As out front as she was, she did a good job keeping that even close to the field. Now the ball came back in as the pitch was about to be delivered. So the left fielder will have to corral that.
An exuberant fan to get the ball back in play.
Look at me.
Somewhere down the left field line. So we'll get back to play here with the count 1-2. Noah to Jennings. He swung on and missed. Struck her out. Strikeout number 7 for Noah.
Blues whiffed on the empty net as the final horn sounded and win that opener for the NHL season 3-2. Jordan Kyrou with 2 goals in that one for St. Louis.
Yeah. I talked bad about him, see, so then he scores.
Well, you got to respond when the media calls, right?
There you go. In steps Sid Charlton. She takes the first pitch high for a ball. For all 10 of you hockey fans, we want to thank Mark for his continued update.
Tens of thousands.
Next pitch is fouled out of play to the right. Oh,
it's amazing what a Stanley Cup will do to sell T-shirts out inside the region.
Yeah, I can pretty much attest we've never had tens of thousands listening to a game. Next pitch is high for a ball. To Charlton.
Lots of Blues fans up here now.
2-1 to count. Noah, the right-hander, fires, and Charlton, I should say, swings and misses.
You wouldn't believe how many Go Blues I got on the Truman State campus last time we were up there.
I'm sure tons of kids from St. Louis go to school at Truman, no doubt. 2-2 pitch is high and away, makes it a full count with 1 out. You don't want to walk the leadoff batter. Oh, excuse me, she's not the leadoff batter, but you don't want to walk a hitter. They come back and bite you. The 3-2 pitch is a ball 4. And so Charlton gets on for the 3rd walk of the game for Noah.
She's the potential tying run there at first base with 1 out.
And in steps Sadie Barnes, who struck out looking in the first and grounded back or bunted and was thrown out by the pitcher Charlton in the 4th. Will she bunt here? She will, and whiffs it, but the ball gets through the catcher. So the pass ball will allow Charlton to get to second. So the Bobcats in business with that runner in scoring position. Down by 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Got to have something out of Barnes and Reed to try and tie this game. Next pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Makes it 0-2.
You got to protect that area now.
We used to call it move the softball. You got to move the softball somewhere now. Don't strike out. And she does, but it squirts foul. Got her right off the fist that time. So the count remains 0-2. Sarah Reed on deck. Hayden Chandler in the hole if they can get to her in this inning. The 0-2 pitch in this 1-0 ball game is high.
Ooh.
That was close.
Yeah.
And it's 1-2.
That's in my protect zone, 0-2.
Yeah. You either have ice in your veins or you just completely got fooled.
Yep.
One of the two. The 1-2 pitch from Noah is a jam shot out in front of the plate, and they'll let it squirt back foul. It had a bunch of English on it, a little pop-up that nobody could get to, so a wise choice by the Noah sisters to let that roll foul, leaving the count at 1-2. Both teams with an error in this game. The next pitch, up and away, makes it 2-2. So Mark has been pretty clean game, very clean actually, with just 4 walks by both pitchers so far and only 2 errors. The 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and Barnes strikes out for the second out of the inning, second strikeout of the inning for Noah.
Looked like Ashland just changed speeds just a slight bit there to get the swing and miss from Barnes.
And that'll bring in Sarah Reed, who has a single and 2 trips go along with the strikeout.
With Charlton running, I think a single might tie the game. Signal to the outfield.
There's a jam shot to the second baseman. Spoonster picks it up, throws to first, and that'll do it for the inning. So no hits in the inning, but a runner left on base, and no runs across for the LadyCats. So we go to the 7th. Mark will have it for you with the Clopton Hawks on top. 1-0 on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by White Insurance Agency, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, and Sudsy Tub.
Welcome to Vast National Bank. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm here to talk to someone about a loan.
Oh, I'll grab you the L97B. We call it the just talking form.
What about actually applying for a loan?
Oh my, let me pop in the toner cartridge. Hey Bill, you want to pass me the big stapler?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to People's Savings Bank.
Skip the mega banks. When you need a loan, visit People's Savings Bank. The people you know and trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
A strike on the first pitch to Ashland and Noah, 7-8-9. Noah Williamson Baker for Clopton looking for some insurance. They lead 1-0 over Bowling Green as we start play in the 7th. There's a strike called, 0-2.
Charlton back to firing strikes to start this 7th inning. You got to keep them right here if you're the LadyCats.
Swung on and missed. Strikeout to start the inning. Noah goes down. Williamson comes in. She's 1 for 2. Struck out looking back in the 5th.
Strikeout number 15 in the game.
She's on the short end of the scoreboard right now, though. That one's fouled at the plate.
Or is it
Sydney
16? I have to add mine up a little bit while you're talking.
That was 16.
That is correct.
Swing and a miss. She's well on her way to 17. 0-2 the count to Jaden Williamson.
Keep in mind there are only 21 outs in a 7-inning game.
Mm-hmm.
But as you said, they're on the short end of a 1-0 lead.
That one outside. Couldn't induce the chase from Jaden. The Clopton center fielder. Hands spread on that bat in the right-hand batter's box. The 1-2 pitch.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Oh,
that's going to stay on the line and be tagged out.
What did he call? I think he called it foul.
He shouldn't have.
It was. He had a little better angle on us, but that thing was spinning back and actually came into fair territory, and it must have hit something and went foul right at the last minute.
I think he got fooled.
It was close.
That was spinning on chalk. And this one grounded under the glove of the third baseman. It's a hit. Second of the game for Williamson. And instead of nobody on, 2 out, it's now 1 on, 1 out for Clopton. And that's a big swing.
Yes, it was. Nobody argued, though, and Coach McKinney was right there, would have a pretty good look at it from his vantage point at coaching first base. So
he's not going to give anything away.
Yeah, I don't live in that world. I think I got schnookered. I'm going to have to say something.
This one bunted. Third baseman in, throw to first in time. 5-4 on the putout. Runner advances on the sacrifice.
A really good job by Chandler that time from left field to come in and cover third as nobody got back to third, leaving it an opportunity for Williams to scamper over there. But she did a good job to cut that off.
This one put in the air to left field, ranging over and making the catch is Hayden Chandler. So rewarded with a put out after doing the good job backing up on the previous play. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. Bowling Green trailing Clopton 1-0 on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Ameriprise Financial Advisor Tamara Scherter, Pogue Ford, and W5 Auction Services.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel, Eagle's Nest Inn, and People's Savings Bank.
1-0 Clopton as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning for Bowling Green. It's going to be 8-9-1. Chandler, Hickerson, Dawson. So you got your leadoff, your second leadoff, guaranteed an at-bat this inning when you need a run. So the speed is there. You just got to get them on base.
No better time than the present.
No other time than the present.
That as well.
1-0 Clopton. Pink out night, senior night for Bowling Green, and a strike called on the first pitch to Hayden Chandler.
She's flown out to center and grounded back to the pitcher in her 2 trips.
0-1. Evens the count as that one flies high and wide. 1 ball, 1 strike. Clopton a run in the top of the 6th. That's the difference. This one hit to center. Ranging over is Williamson, and she makes the catch for the first out.
She's been good in center field today.
Number 10, Brooke.
And she's had a good day at the plate with a couple of hits.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That brings in Brooke Hickerson, 0 for 2. Strikeout. And a bunt back to the pitcher. This one put in the air. First baseman under it, step in front of the bag. She makes the catch for the second out, and Bowling Green is down to their final out.
Can they go with 2 is the question.
Liv Dawson. She puts the ball in play. She's going to run. She wants to hit a gap somewhere. Showed bunt, pulled back, took a ball.
She's got a hit in 3 trips, 2 official trips as she walked in the first.
The 1-0 on its way from Ashlyn Noah. Strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, base is empty. Bowling Green needs a run, bottom of the 7th. The next, just a bit high to the diminutive left-hand hitter.
As we mentioned earlier, she is petite.
2 balls and a strike. The next to Dawson. Low and away. 3-1. Well, if you want drama, put this batter on. Called a strike. Dawson thought it was too far out of her reach, and Bowling Green down to their final strike here with the bases empty and 2 down. 3-2 pitch from Noah to Dawson. Stroke down the line, foul between the third baseman and third base coach.
Yeah, just missed by about 2 feet down the third base line.
Ball comes back in. Noah will take a walk. At the back of the circle to check her wristband, adjusts her sleeves. Now she comes set for another 3-2 pitch to Dawson, and she walked her. Tying run aboard with 2 outs, and it'll be Avery Schumacher, the right fielder.
Walk number 4 for Noah. And Schumacher has a couple of hits, so the right person up. Will they run Dawson?
Swung on and missed. 0-1. She's put the ball in play each time she's been up. 2 singles and a pop out to third. 0-1. Make it a ball and a strike as that one floated high. Dawson just waiting for one to squirt away from the catcher.
Yeah, it doesn't look like she wants to just run.
Hit in the air, out of play. On the first base side over the Bowling Green dugout. Cool ricochet. But Bowling Green down to their final strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs and a runner at first. This one hit in the air and will get down in left center. Dawson stopped. They fumbled the ball out there. So now the runners are at second and third. They advance on the air by the center fielder. And Bowling Green has the tying run at third, go-ahead run, winning run at second base.
You wanted a little drama, you said, so you've got it. And Carly Dean will step in as Coach Street will go out and bring the troops all together. And
Dean has lined out to right center. They intentionally walk Dean to load the bases. So now you got the force at any base with 2 outs. But the cleanup hitter, Reagan Jennings, will be the batter, who is 0 for 2, a walk in 3 plate appearances.
Yeah, that's probably the best move, to create the force at any base and bring in a hitter that hasn't really made any contact so far today at all. So that means she's due, right?
Yep. Dawson at third, Schumacher at second. The intentional walk puts Dean at first. And Dean will have a runner.
Dean goes to first base. And number 30, Reagan Jennings steps to the plate.
So it's either win or go home here, as Dean Street has put all his cards in. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Ball popped up. Will it stay on the field of play? Catcher wants it. No, it's in the Bowling Green dugout. Strike 1.
Oh, my gosh. They've been down to their last strike twice, and now a pop-up that's 3 feet from being caught by somebody, but it gets into the dugout.
0-1. The next. Ooh, fouled back to the screen, 0-2, and Bowling Green is down to their final strike again.
Chased that rise ball out of the zone that time, tried to just pop it into right center. Got a good rip at it, though.
All the chips on the table here. 0-2. 2 outs, bases loaded. The pitch from Noah. Swung on and missed, and the ball game is over. She drops her bat, kicks it, and heads back to the dugout as Clopton comes in on senior night, pink out night, and stuns Bowling Green with a run in the top of the 6th. That's all they needed. 1-0 our final. Bowling Green leaves the bases loaded in the 1st and 7th innings and can't get a run across here this afternoon. We'll be back with the postgame for you next from Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Geeky Hillbilly, Twin Pike Family YMCA, and Ackles Farm Market.
The Eagle 102 Sports postgame show is coming up on KJFM Radio.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, sirloin steaks, fillets, stew meat, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. While there, stock up on homegrown fruits and vegetables as well. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Sports postgame show on KJFM Radio.
Pitcher's duel goes the way of the Hawks here at Bowling Green High School. 1-0 is our final RBI hit in the 6th inning by Riley Kuntz. That's it. That's all we had in this one.
That's the scoring summary in a nutshell. Of course, Noah will get the win. A tough luck loser, Sidney Charlton. Noah went 7 innings, gave up 5 hits, no runs, walked 4, struck out 9, had an intentional walk. Charlton, however, went 7, gave up 5 hits, gave up that 1 run on 1 walk and 16 strikeouts in the game. So tough luck loss for Sidney Charlton. Game was an hour and 32 minutes. But here's the line that you have already mentioned it actually. But Bowling Green left bases loaded in the first and the 7th. They left 10 runners on base in the game. No runs, 5 hits, 1 error, 10 left on base. Clopton a run on 5 hits, 2 errors, and 6 left on base for the Lady Hawks. They raised their record to 10-10, and Bowling Green drops to 10-11.
So just over 90 pitches thrown by Charlton today, 120 in the win by Ashlyn Noah. None bigger than the final one, a strikeout of Jennings. And that was just a fun ball game. Just there was strategy involved. I mean, Dean Street, he loaded the bases. He gave him the opportunity. He said, you put one in the outfield. That's what you're going to have to do to win this ball game.
Well, he relied on his pitcher. And we talked about her staying down in the zone, which she did a better job of today. Got bases loaded in the first, struck out the last 2 batters to get out of the jam. Got bases loaded in the 7th, struck out the ultimate batter to finish the game. So his big hurler did what he hoped she would do in the first and in the 7th.
1-0 our final. Clopton over Bowling Green. We'll wrap things up from Bowling Green High School after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by The Pierre, Pogue Chevy Buick dealer in Hannibal, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Geared Up, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
1-0 our final. Clopton over Bowling Green tonight. Clopton will play at home against Monroe City tomorrow and then at Van Far to round out their regular season schedule on Thursday. So we're getting down to the nitty and the gritty of the 2024 fall softball campaign. Bowling Green, they will have 2 games left as well. North Callaway on Thursday and then Centralia on the 14th before they start in the Class 3 District 3 tournament.
Interesting scheduling for Clopton. They'll have a whole week off before district starts. A couple other scores around the area tonight. Silex defeats Wellsville Middletown 17-0. Wright City over Van Far 10-0. Other games going on. We don't have scores for you yet. Ellsbury's at Montgomery County. Louisiana's at Community. And Mark Twain is at North Callaway. Check out the Eagle 102 scoreboard, and those scores will be there as soon as the games are complete and we get the scores.
Fun one. 1-0.
Ooh, yeah.
Pitchers duel. Quick. What will it take? An hour and 35 minutes?
An hour and 32 minutes to be exact. Yep.
1-0 our final as they continue senior night festivities here at Bowling Green High School after Clopton defeats the Lady Hawks, or the LadyCats 1-0 here from Bowling Green High School. For Jim Ross, Mark Froenig, see you for more softball soon right here on Eagle 102 Sports.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio. You're listening to KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, 102.1 on